Yeah, so she taught piano here for 45 years. Samantha Taylor was one of her students, and she played for church all her life and all this other kind of stuff. And so I came back and wanted to figure out what to do with this space because it's just me, right? So my mom liked to entertain. I have a piano that I have to keep with me, So it just made sense to kind of pull all of my resources and experience, which is restaurant manager, event planner, make things happen, whatever.
Gotcha.
And so this is what I'm doing. And I think it's a very cool concept. I think people are interested in getting together in small, intimate settings. And I think that it makes people feel better that everybody that's in the space is vaccinated.
Yeah.
And it's something new, right? And so when you drive here, you have no idea what you're coming to. But then it kind of opens up to you. Very conducive.
Absolutely.
We've been here for 56 years. 56 years, and so this is what it is now.
Oh yeah, I love it. So much character to this place.
All of the houses over here in this neighborhood kind of they're all individual, right?
Absolutely.
None of them are alike, and it's a cool thing. Especially with them opening up the deck park up here at Marsalis and Ewing.
Okay.
That's what all that construction is.
Okay.
So that's going to be great. I can't wait to see how the neighborhood is impacted by that. So, I see little things. So what I want to do is just have, a 4-course dinner, great meal, great people, and great entertainment. And I think that, spotlighting people locally is a cool thing, right?
Absolutely.
So just trying to create my own little speakeasy type deal.
A little moonshine in the back.
Exactly. So when it was so funny, I was on IG and Emmanuel was on there. I talked to his sister and I was like, where's your brother? Because
he's all over the place.
He's all over the place.
I know, man. That's so wonderful, man.
I asked him, I said, man, when you coming home? He says, when America gets rid of racism. I said, oh, so never.
Wow.
He said, yeah, possibly. But it's amazing, that he goes and does. And I was telling him, I was having a hard time finding musicians to do, to be a part of this, and I had found a couple of people and had reached out a couple of times. It didn't really get I got a soft yes, but I could never pin down, okay, we're going to do this type deal. And so I got flustered and annoyed, and that's when I said, hey man, do you know anybody? And so he mentioned you, and he mentioned Angel and another young lady who I need to call. I try to stay a month out. Anyway, so I was very excited, right? And so then when I heard you play on some of your YouTube things, I thought, oh, that is so cool, right? Because my initial thought was, that would be great for brunch, right? For anything, but the first thing that came to my mind was brunch because I want to do one of those.
Interesting. Here. I've never heard my sound for brunch.
Yeah,
brunch vibe.
Listen, I think it's gonna be nightclub in the daytime. I think it's just gonna be really cool.
Wow.
I think you have an old soul somewhere.
Absolutely.
Because it vibrates and comes through. Love that. Love that.
I was trying to tell people I'm born in the wrong generation. I couldn't imagine, I feel so out. I feel like an outsider.
Do you
in a
really?
sense. I really do, man. It's like the niche sound that I have and the music that I have. Like it's when I attempt to play like this in deep Ellum, I don't actually feel like it's. I get the opportunity to play like this in Deep Ellum.
So you have to change somehow
Absolutely.
to work that area,
Exactly.
right? That genre.
Yeah,
whatever,
and that isn't authentic. It's
no,
just,
it's not. Oh, I get it.
yeah.
I totally get it. I totally get it.
So forced.
I totally get it. I totally get it. Yeah, that's kind of like me working for somebody else. It's just totally forced, right? So I have to always try and figure out how I can keep things moving that are new and challenging and stuff like that. So you're originally from Dallas?
Absolutely. Yeah.
What school did you go to?
High school
Yeah.
was Arts Magnet.
Okay.
Well, actually, James Madison High School.
Okay,
was
Madison.
for the freshman year.
Okay.
Sophomore.
And then Arts Magnet. Okay.
Absolutely. I got to give them their credit
Okay,
because
okay.
without them Anthony Jackson there, I wouldn't have I wouldn't even been able to learn the piece that I
Really?
needed to audition for. Absolutely.
Do you remember the piece?
Oh yeah. It
What
was,
was it?
Bach.
Ooh.
Prelude. Something.
Really? Yeah.
That thing.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I
it was
took
fun.
piano. There was a piano teacher here, Viola Dixon Cole, right? And she taught piano
Oh, she sounds
and
fierce.
organ. Listen, Miss Cole lived on South Boulevard, right?
Okay.
You know South Boulevard, right?
I don't.
Okay, so here's Forest Avenue.
Okay.
What do they call it? MLK now.
Okay.
And you know where? All right. Okay, you know how 75, because you would come up 75, 45 to exit MLK to go to the fair, right?
Right.
Okay, so we're just off this exit. We're going to turn to the left. There used to be a Kentucky Fried Chicken there in the old days. You
Okay.
keep up. There was a little hospital over there. You keep up.
Not
There's-
Irving, is it? Or
No, it's up the other way.
okay.
Up the other way. So, and then you get to, I can't think of, Oakland, right? Oakland, if you go to the right and come back, that street right there, South Boulevard,
Okay.
is a beautiful neighborhood that, all the Jewish doctors and stuff like that. So they're mansions, right? Kind of like Swiss Avenue, but it's right over there. So she had a home over there, and it had an elevator in it, and her Steinway had a room for itself, and black lady, she was lovely, right? She was lovely, Viola Dixon Cole. Although my mom taught, she was like, yeah, you need to go to someone, who can teach you, because you're my kid and you're a lot, you know. So I went over, and it was good. So when you play a little bit of that Bach, that kind of made me think about that, because I played a lot of Bach pieces and stuff. It was fun, but it's funny because I went to arts 9th and 10th grade,
Okay.
and then I got in the theater cluster, and I realized that I stank because I was in a production that we did, Matchmaker, and it was just horrible. And I thought, I liked the costume, huh?
Most of those kids are horrible. You go there for the experience of going to the school, but okay.
Well, yeah, that's after the fact. That's before all of that, is now. It was just the school.
If you only knew how many musicians that were in the music cluster graduated high school and stayed in music, it's like maybe 10% of that entire class.
Really?
Yes, it's interesting that like as many people as I knew who played, they just don't play anymore. So I mean, whether or not it was just that phase of their life, it was that.
Okay. So I went to Skyline and got into fashion design.
Okay.
So
yeah.
that was fun and so.
Oh no! All right, okay, never mind. Okay, I'll bypass it.
What happened?
Because arts breeds an environment for that, at least that creativity.
Exactly. It got me started.
Mhm.
It did
Okay.
get me started. And
Okay.
then I took history of costume class, and Miss Molly Dean was a volunteer who ended up being a teacher
Okay.
and probably over it, right?
Okay, yes.
Yeah, I remember when she was volunteering. to do
Wow,
it.
that's interesting.
Long time ago. Anyway, and I just liked that whole process. And then, I changed to get Skyline, get in fashion, and, started making dresses and doing stuff, and did very well here in Dallas, and moved to New York. But it just, I don't know. I just kind of lost a little love with it, and so what I've learned through So then I transitioned into restaurant and hospitality management after seeing 9/11, and so that was fun too, right? So now I'm back at home